Cookie, stop, she said and giggles in his arms. He gave her his beautiful smile, which can melt her heart anytime. He pecked her forehead and made her snuggle more into his manly chest, which is her safest place. Wine, you tease me a lot these days. Jungkook making a confused face. Really? He wiggled his eyebrows in order to flirt with you, making you close your eyes and hide your blushing face. You can clearly hear his giggles in his deep husky voice, which can never forget to give you chills. Then you tried to wake up from the bed, but he didn't let you move, even a little, making you whine. Don't move, princess. Then he pulled you more closer to him, leaving no space between you two. Then he started caressing your back, making you rest your head on his shoulder. You know very well he doesn't have any intention to let you go, but you were getting late for your university and he for his office. You pushed him by placing your hands on his chest, making him groan, and here comes his childish behavior, making you giggle at his behavior. You got up from the bed and went to get ready. He groaned by looking at the bathroom door and rolled on the bed. After taking the shower, you came back and sighed, looking at him, still pouting like a baby. Wake up, Cook. You are getting late for the office and you have to drop me at university before that, she said while doing her makeup. He sighed and went to get ready, even though he didn't want to. What is my sweetheart making? He said while back hugging you and planting soft kisses on your shoulders, making you giggle at his cute acts. Pancakes. He hummed and snuggled his face in the crook of your neck. Soon he started leaving wet kisses on your neck, making your legs loosen their strength, but this man held you even more tightly while holding your waist. Wine realized where this is heading to. You need to stop him because you're already getting late. Cook, stop. He stopped and smirked, looking at you, and what he said next made your whole body red. Why do I make you wet, princess? If you want me, then should we continue this in a room? You slapped on his chest and continued doing your work, while this man is continuing watching you, making you feel million butterflies in your stomach. Until when you're planning to stare at me like this? Forever. She blushed and he kissed her both cheeks. Breakfast is almost ready. Go and get ready the table. He nodded. She sighed and took a breath, not knowing since when she was holding it. Then she took the breakfast and went towards the table. Then he dropped wine in her university before going to his office. The dark basement was filled with loud torture and screams coming from the man who was tied in the chair, and blood was flowing down his body. But the torture was still going on, which is making him scream in pain, while the man was standing in front of him, wearing a black suit, looking extremely breathtaking. The screams of that man are pleasurable for his ears. Oh, leave me. Jungkook chuckled darkly as he took gun from the table and walked towards him and placed his gun under his chin tightly, making him groan. You thought you can touch my wife with this dirty hand of yours and I'll let you go like this? I don't like when someone stared at her and you fucking touched her. He roared, making him tremble in fear. I'm sorry, please let me go. The man pleaded, but the next minute he screamed in pain when Jungkook shot him right on his forehead. Sorry doesn't exist in Jungkook's world, he said through his gritted teeth and again shoot him. Actually, some days ago, Vine went to the shopping mall with her friends and that man touched her inappropriately and her guards saw that. But before they can catch him, he ran away saving his dear life. Guards told Jungkook about this, even though Wine told them to not tell him about this because it's their job. When Jungkook got to know about this, he got super angry and ordered his guards to find that man as soon as possible. And today they found him and told Jungkook about it, and he immediately came here from his office. Although he was in very important meeting, but for him nothing mattered more than you. He can turn whole world ups and down just for you. Clean the mess. He signaled the guards who nodded in approval. Then he went out of the basement to pick you up from the university. No matter how much busy he is, he always tried to send you and pick you from the university by himself. Jungkook was waiting for Wine in front of her university. He was continuously looking at his watch. Frustration was clearly visible on his face. He called Wine 5 minutes ago and she told him that she's coming. Then he noticed Wine coming towards him, making his frustrated face turn into a cheerful one. He hugged her and passed his famous bunny smile before opening the car's door for her like a gentleman. Earning a thank you from her, sitting beside her, he started heading to their house. Wine laid her head back on the seat and closed her eyes. By looking at her, Jungkook can tell she's tired. Tired? She hummed in response. He held her hand before looking in front. I can understand. We didn't sleep last night because of... Before he can complete his words, she placed her hand on his mouth, widening her eyes. Yeah, you shameless. He laughed and pecked her hand, which is still on his mouth, making her take back her hand. Jungkook was using his phone after taking shower, waiting for Wine. When she came after taking a hot bath, Jungkook placed his phone on the right side of his bed, giving full attention to you. He opened his arms, asking for cuddles. She smiled and laid down beside him and hugged him tightly, resting her head on his chest, and he started rubbing her back and she hummed, feeling the calmness in his arms. I love you, Cookie, she said, closing her eyes. He chuckled and pulled her more closer, leaving a wet kiss on her neck. I love you more, sweetheart. His gaze falls on your lips, feeling the urge in him to capture them. Slowly leaning towards you, he placed his lips on you, making you move your lips. After kissing for good minutes, he looked in your eyes. Damn Wine, your whole presence is so addicting, he said before hovering above you and attacking your neck with his sweet kisses, making you close your eyes with his sweet torture. He lowered his head, giving wet kisses on your jawline. You tighten your head, giving him more access, while your breath gets heavier, feeling his rough kisses. Cookie, you uttered in pleasure. Then he inserted his hand inside your top, earning a gasp from you. You can't deny the fact how your body responds to his touches. He let out the proud smirk, knowing his effect on you. His cold fingers started playing with your bare waist, making you hold him tightly. Then he pecked your head and lay down beside you, holding you in his arms. I'm sorry, wifey, but I can't stop myself for touching you. I know you are tired. Let me make you sleep, baby. You smiled and wrapped your hands around him while he tightens the hug, making you feel more comfortable in his embrace. You giggled before drifting into sleep.